Hello, hi, it's me again. It's Danny. All right, so I am back. I'm going to be reviewing the Real Housewives of Potomac. This is the season finale of season 7. I did say that I was going to be reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race. I am not, because I'm not there yet to review it the way I want to review it. So if I'm not going to do it right, I don't want to do it because I really love that show. So I want to do it right when I do it. So I'll wait till next season or something. So anyway, back to this. Real Housewives of Potomac season 7 finale. Let's get into it. So the show opens up with a scene with Ashley and Dean. I loved it. They went out to eat. Dean is in his terrible toddlers. That's what I call it. It's not turtle twos. My daughter just turned 5 and she is still Helen Wills. Okay, so yeah, terrible toddlers, and Ashley handled it so well. I don't know, well, from what I could see, she seemed like a really good mom. She seems like she has a lot of patience. I love the way she was with her son, with Dean, when she was like, you have to wear a shirt in here. It was so cute. So I really enjoyed that little part of it. She got on the phone. She did a FaceTime call with her mom, and she discussed that her and Michael did purchase a house through their LLC. She purchased a house through her and Michael's LLC. The mortgage is $13,000, and Ashley does not know who is going to pay this mortgage. We're going to pause here. Oh, because I'm about to get into this. I would like to start off by saying I am not a fan of Ashley. No. However, I want better for Ashley. I want her to make better decisions. She spoke to a lawyer. She spoke to her uncle, her mom. Everyone advised her against purchasing a house through her and Michael's LLC. Which I don't even know if to believe that, but I really don't think that Ashley knows what's going on. The way I see it, Michael is handling her. Michael is handling her. He is very smart, and he is just moving her like she's a chess piece across the board. And she's allowing it. Michael has all of the cards in his hands. He has the money. He knows more. Ashley doesn't know anything. You ask Ashley, she stumbles. She doesn't know. She doesn't know. I really try to understand people. I really do. I really try to understand people's thought process and why they maybe move the way that they do. It just doesn't come across as she knows. Ashley just seems really less than smart. Like, remember that episode when when Katie called her dumb? And she was like, no, okay, maybe I used the wrong words. You're just stupid. Like, it was harsh. But Katie told no lies. Like, the way Ashley moves, that is a cautionary tale. That is the reason why women push being independent, and why so many women look down on stay-at-home moms and mothers who don't have their own income or who are not protecting themselves. And I'm not saying that in every marriage that the man moves this way when he has, when he has the upper hand. Not every man moves that way, right? But he handled her the whole marriage. The whole marriage. It gives me this older man who, I hate to use these words because I feel like they're so heavy and strong, but seems like the older man who preys on these younger girls so that he can manipulate them. He can get over on them. They're less than smart. He's smarter. He has all the advantages to play you. He is playing her like a fiddle. And she's getting all ran over, and it's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. And you're leaving this marriage with nothing. In a house that's in his... How does that work? Like, I'm not understanding why you... Did he threaten you? Oh, I'm not getting it unless it's in the LLC. Like, I'm not understanding. Was that the only way he could get the house? And let me... I'm rushing. Because I'm rushing. So let me pause. Let me slow down. Breathe. Okay. If I was Ashley, this is what I would do. Well, would have done. It's too late. It's too late now. But what I would have done. Because she did not play her cards correctly at all. And I'm sorry, I talk with my hands. Y'all should know that. I should tell you guys that going. Because if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm telling you now. I talk with my hands. I'm trying to sit on them. But then I get to rocking. My ADHD be acting up. Okay. So, I feel like she just did not play her cards right. Because a lot of people feel like, well, Ashley thought she was going to play this older man. She thought she was going to come up because she married this older man. And she could have. But she did not. She was less than smart. She didn't do it right. And I am not a like vindictive or manipulative type of person. I'm not like a schemer or anything, right? And I'm married for love. So with that being said, if I was Ashley, you come onto this reality show, you're married to this well-off man, and he's established, has business and things, right? He had her sign. They renegotiated their prenup, and she signed. I would have read that thoroughly. I would have had my lawyers, okay, come back. We could get all that you want. I have some stipulations. Whatever I make in this marriage belongs to me. Okay? And I would even put in there, I want a house if we divorce. Cause that marriage was I don't know what it was, but you could see that it was always open. They always had an open marriage. It was never a monogamous marriage. It was never like a real traditional marriage from the beginning. Not that it wasn't a real marriage, but it wasn't traditional. So I would have went in covering myself. I think she went into it just not even protecting herself, and no one advised her on protecting herself. And I think that is truly sad. So with that, let me keep going. So I would have came back to the table with my own prenup, and we would have signed our prenups, renegotiated. Whatever he had in his is fine. And I would have put my own terms that I keep whatever I make. So then, like I said, you're on a reality show. Ashley is a beautiful girl. You cannot take that away from her. She's a beautiful girl. She's very athletic, very fit, very toned. So you can tell she goes to the gym. Okay, I would have milked that. I would have leaned into that. I would have went that route. I heard that Ashley has her own like jogger line or athletic wear line. I have not really seen it. I tried to look for it. I can't really find it. So anyway, if I was her, I heard that she had that, I would have promoted that more. I totally agree with her doing that, like having your own athletic wear line. But I would have leaned into that more. I would have been tucking little Michael's money away little by little. He give me an allowance or whatever money I could tuck away. I would have been ciphering money from his account to a whole nother account he don't know about. Hell, if I had to get an account in my mama's name, I'll get an account in my mama's name. And I would have been tucking my little money away. I probably wouldn't have had kids by him, but I think she thought that was her way of securing the bag. I wish you girls stopped doing that. Anyway, so yeah. And you're on this show. You have a platform to promote yourself, to promote whatever your brand is. I would have leaned into that brand. I would have, every time you saw me, I would have had on my jogger set. I would have been walking. That would have been my storyline. I'm walking. I'm into this health kick. Like I said, when you saw me with my joggers on, I would have had little health cookbooks out here, smoothie recipe books. And every week, you'd have saw me with my joggers on, and I'd have been on Instagram with a picture of my joggers. Click my link in my bio and go buy my joggers. You out here dancing, doing TikToks. Girl, I've been out here hustling. You know how much money you'd have had tucked away, but girl, you wouldn't have needed Michael's LLC. Anyway, $13,000 a month. I wanted to tag on this a little bit because this seemed real. I was side-eyeing this because the house is not that big. And I will say that houses in that area, I live in Maryland, and it's pricey. It's really, really pricey. Like, the houses out there in Potomac area, Montgomery County, Alexandria, Virginia, those houses are expensive. If you want a nice house, you probably are going to be paying at least $600,000. At least $600,000. If you want a nice house. Like, that house Ashley has probably is in the millions. It's probably like 1.2, maybe. I'm going to say it's probably like, I don't know. It's probably in the millions. Not high in the millions, like it's like not like 3 or 5 million, but it's probably like 1 or 2 million, 1.5 or something. But knowing Michael, your house probably like $800,000, right? I don't see why your mortgage would be $13,000 unless your credit is horrible or you have like a lot of loans or something. Like, that seems substantial. Like, it doesn't seem right. You know what I mean? Like, if your mortgage is that seems substantial for a $800,000 or a $1.2 million house. It just seems really substantial. And she shows again that she's less than smart because she doesn't know who's paying the bills. That, you know what that does to me? That reminded me of The Diary of a Mad Black Woman. When my dad be like, oh, it just make me so mad. Y'all out here shopping when you need to be checking the deed. You out here just like miracles happen. Like, oh, my bills will get paid. I don't know who's going to pay them, but they'll get done. You're so easy to be handled. That just ruffles my spirit. Anyway, moving forward. Moving right along. Let me see. I'm sorry. I spent 15 minutes ranting about that because that really itched my soul. Giselle was, I'm sorry. And I just sound so, I'm sorry. Let me calm down. Okay. Y'all know my ADHD be going off. Okay, so Giselle, we move on to Giselle cleaning her roof. That was a cute moment. We had Robin and the family getting in shape. You got Juan looking like he the boot camp instructor. Come on, Robin, push. Robin like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, Lord. That is not, okay. Am I the only one who thinks that that's less than cute? That was not attractive. To me, I did not think that was attractive. I don't think that's cute. I could be feeling like that on the inside, and I'm going to still be, On the outside, on the inside, I'm be like, oh, Lord. But on the outside, he can be like, yeah, babe, get it. That's what I want here. I don't want here. Come on, Robin, get up. No. Like, to my husband, he be like, yeah, my wife, she more younger than agile than me. Yeah, that's what I want. Especially I'm getting older. I'm in my 30s. You want to feel, who wants to be, that's not even attractive. That's not even cute. Girl, I'm sorry. Anyway, next. Candace was paying her bills, planning her event for her video debut. It was cute. This is what we want to see. This is what we want to see. We want to see you guys' reality. Like, this is what we have been wanting to see the whole season. We have been wanting to see you guys in your natural habitat, just natural, doing what's real, what you really do. We wanted to see, this is what we wanted to see all season, and you guys waited until the last episode, the finale, to give us this. The finale is supposed to be bing, bow, boom. But y'all been giving us trash all season, fakeness all season, and now you give us the real tea, the finale. Okay. Karen was discussing her 3 and 4 wick candles, and she calls Mia, and then they discuss the bachelorette party and how Karen was the subject of conversation. And Karen asks Mia, well, did you defend me? And Mia goes, so no. And Karen feels some type of way about that. This is my problem with Karen. You cannot feel some type of way. And Karen wants all this loyalty from her friends. She wants her friends to ride with her and ride for her and be down. But she doesn't give the same to anyone. Karen plays a 50 on every situation. She's never loyal to anyone. She's always neutral. She can give you neutral, but you better choose her. She can be, no, you were both wrong. But you better ride for her. I mean, Mia was flat out wrong. She should have been fully on Wendy's side. But whatever. That's not the only time, though. When Karen is never a real loyal 100% down ass friend. But she wants that, and that's fine. That's fine if you be like, okay, I don't want to rock the boat. That's fine if that's how you feel. But don't expect that from me. You want me to be a real friend of you, but you can give me your ass to kiss whenever you feel like it, or you can just give me half and half. Like, I don't want that. That, to me, and she's like, I would have defended you. Liza Minnelli. No, you wouldn't have. Anyway. And I just don't, people with flat out lie in your face. Don't play me. And then it's another thing. You literally, a couple of weeks ago, sat in her face, got the tea from her, and then went and talked shit about her to Giselle. You literally did the same thing to her. You literally did the same thing to her that you're accusing her of doing to you. Like, you literally did the same thing. She wasn't necessarily talking shit about you. She might have been laughing and listening to it, and she didn't defend you, but you got tea from her and went back and told Giselle all her business and talked about her to Giselle. But you want her to sit there and defend you now. No. That is not how it goes. No. Next. Robin invites her parents over. Robin has a really nice house. I really, really like Robin's house. It makes me wonder. See, that's what I mean about you. I don't think y'all really real friends to each other. Like, I don't know. I can't say that because, okay. This is my question. Robin has a really nice house. In my opinion, I really liked her house. I loved it. It was really cute. I really liked her house. You could tell she has really nice style, or someone does. But I love the home. She put a lot of time and effort into it. You could tell it's really nice. Her mom was bugging about her mom reminded me of my aunt. She reminded me of my aunt, the way she was getting on her about those curtains touching the floor. Made it fake. My mom would totally drag my ass because my curtains touched the floor. Yeah, her curtains was dragging the floor. Mom did not like that. And that was a cute moment. Then she wasted her parents' time and energy telling them that they was going to have this wedding in Jamaica and they was not invited. I don't know why you wasted their time like that, putting your mother through all that unnecessary emotional distress, knowing they're going well. Anyway, Mia goes to the doctor to get the results from her biopsy. And it was, so they had this scene with her and Gordon, right? And Mia goes, well, when someone calls and informs you that you might be dying, when someone calls and says you're dying, and Gordon was like, you're clearly paraphrasing. That's how you interpreted it. That was not what was said. That was so cute. That was funny. Like, Gordon was like, Mia is so dramatic. When someone calls and tells you you're dying. So, I'm about to screw this medical term up. I didn't even write it the right way. Sarcoidosis. Whatever. I'm messing it up. But whatever this disease is, she does not have it. She does not have it. She does not have it. She's just a little rash, basically. She's fine. She'll live to be messy another day. She'll live to lie another day, basically. Giselle, we move on to this thing. Giselle tells her girls that she's dating this guy. They know him. I forgot his name, but they've been friends for a while. He's on a show a few seasons ago. He's her friend. Now they're dating, and her girls are so shady. I love her girls. And you can tell, like, sometimes y'all family be giving y'all away when y'all be lying and creating these storylines. Like, when it's not real, y'all family really do give it away. Like, her girls were like, okay, Mom, no commentary. We don't have anything to say, Mom. And they were, like, looking at each other, giving each other the eyes, like, here you go, Mom, with her little fake storylines, girl. Here we go. And then when she comes out and gets real, you could tell they were, like, really, like, concerned and worried. Like, okay, now this is real. What's up? And she tells the girls that she has fibroid tumor. She had fibroids. And she's been dealing with this for 3 years. This is where a lot of us have a problem with Giselle. This is something real. Fibroids is something that affects the Black community at large. This affects Black women, period. This is something that everyone can relate to. It makes you relatable. Everyone knows someone, a woman who has had to deal with fibroids, or there are women who dealt with them themselves. Either you know someone or you have dealt with fibroids. And that is, like I said, something that attacks the Black women community. That's something that is really high in our community. And I felt like you could have used your platform to bring light to that. I felt like that was your time to shine light on a prominent issue in our community, a health issue that affects a lot of Black women. It would have made you relatable. It would have given you a storyline so you don't have to mix stuff up for other people. And you actually could have sat down and educated your girls, because she told them, she said, I have a huge one and it's blocking my uterine wall. Baby girl goes, so how do you pee? Her twin is like, stop. Abort mission. Let it know. Stop. Like, you're making us look, stop. So, yeah, and her kids just didn't understand. And then the other sisters actually had a conversation that my aunt and I had a few years ago, because I have a cousin who had to have her uterus removed. And we had the same conversation. I'm so sorry. We were like laughing about it, but it wasn't funny, and we didn't mean to laugh about it. But it was sort of the same. It was reminiscent of this exact conversation. That's why I felt like these moments, this made her so relatable, because I had this exact conversation with my aunt a few years ago, where my cousin had her uterus removed, and we were like, Well, why didn't they take the ovaries too? Are they just floating around? Like, what are they connected to? Like, we literally had that same conversation. Like, what are the ovaries connected to now? Like, are they just floating? So I felt like that was good, and I felt like that was an educational moment that could have been had 2 seasons ago, 2 years ago, because you've been struggling with this for 3 years. So I felt like this conversation could have at least been had, if not 3 years ago, then at least 2, maybe a year ago. Like, it's a little too late to be having this conversation. You should have had this conversation with them. They should have been educated. You could have made this a platform. I would have had speaking engagements talking about this. I would have milked this. Could have made that your storyline. Like, you could have taken this time to educate yourself and go around and educate other people and really brought light to this and awareness to this problem in our community. You could have gotten with different charities and organizations who deal with fibroids in the community. You could have ran with that. But instead, you wanted to be messy and play in people's face. Moving along, next. What happened next? Wait. Yeah, but like I said, that's really what made her relatable. And you missed it. So, Candace viewing party. So Eddie and Wendy show up, and they're so cute. And then Karen comes in. Wait. So they show up. Giselle comes in, and she's still pushing. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. She's still pushing this. Because because Chris and I really need to have a conversation. A conversation has not been had. And I feel at this point, if a conversation has not been had, just let it go. I feel like we have been milking this whole season. This is the finale, and we're supposed to have this big explosion. Y'all still trying to give this a moment. Stop trying to make fetch happen. You're still trying to make fetch happen. It's not. Let it go. I feel like we should just let it go. So Charisse comes in. Her and Giselle are talking. Karen comes in, and Charisse is like, here goes your friend. Charisse is so pressed. You are so pressed. That's what it's given. Like, who does that? Your friend comes in. You checking for me? Why are you checking for me, boo? Checking for me. It's so hard. Give me 1 second, because this light is not hitting the way I want it. It's hitting too harshly. It's actually just the sun coming in a little bit too much, but whatever. I'm beautiful, and it's hitting my light, I guess. So let me come in a little bit. Okay, there we go. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, she pressed. She's giving very much pressed energy, and yeah, whatever. So yeah, so Karen comes in, and Charisse is like, there goes your little friend. So Giselle's like, yeah, you know she don't want to come over here. You know that's why she don't want to come over here. So, and it did look like Karen was just standing in the corner of her, and poor old Ray. I felt so bad for Ray this episode. I really did. And we'll get to that. But I really felt bad for Ray, because maybe we might as well get to it now. Figured it, because all of this just ran together at this point. I felt bad for Ray because Karen just kept having to be like leaving him in the corner holding her purse while she goes to defend her marriage about people saying she's cheating on her husband. It just felt I felt so bad for him. And it just really felt bad, because if this was a woman, I would have cried. I would have wept. I would have, what did Ayala say? Let me go in the bush and weep. That's what I wanted to do for Ray, because it looks sad. I felt bad for him, because it was like y'all had no respect for this man and how this makes him look or feel, and y'all just leaving him and she made it clear, well, Ray's right here. And they kept running to her to tell her little bits, yeah, because and Giselle comes over and Karen's like, yeah, I know what you guys discussed at the bachelorette party. And she's like, well, yeah, did Mia tell you she called you a prostitute? deflection, and you know you were being messy. She says, and she thinks it's cute. She just holds no qualms about, yeah, I know I'm messy. I was just being messy. I was just being messy. I do believe that Karen and Ray, I believe more now after watching this, that because Ray was like, I don't even want to hear it. It's almost as if Ray knows, and he's like, don't even sit in my face and disrespect me. Like, y'all go ahead with that. At this point, Karen does need to. At first, I was like, I mean, I would just be laughing at it. Like, that's how it was at first. Like, I'd just be laughing at it, especially, like, if you know that you two, like, this son, guys, it's really bothering me. Give me 1 second. Okay. That is a little better. Okay. So, yeah. It just, at first, I was like, you don't need to address it. Like, I'd have just been laughing at it. But at this point, it's starting to be, because at first I was like, I felt it. I was like, well, she doesn't want to disrespect her husband. That's nobody's business, because now people will be like, oh, he's a cockhold, or, you know, whatever. People will be disrespectful to your husband now. You know, now they're going to be throwing that up. And your husband be like, he, you know, that's how Mia was like, oh, is he a pimp? You know, now you have to deal with that, and you have to deal with your husband being disrespected, and your husband being seen as less than a man, or people, you know, looking at him. It was to be, I felt like she wasn't addressing it because she wanted to be respectful of her husband. Well, now it's starting to be disrespectful to your husband by not addressing it. Now I really look so pitiful. I felt so bad. I really, really did. And then Ashley goes to Wendy and tells Wendy what Mia said about Wendy wanting to lick her box. Well, Wendy is so smart. I freaking love her. I love her. Her 4 degrees. And y'all, I don't understand why people are mad at that girl for being proud of herself. Why do we get upset with people for being proud of themselves? For legitimate things, they should be proud of themselves for. Whatever. So, Wendy's smart. Wendy said, come here, Mia. You asked her, what she say? You wanted some of this Godiva goddess. You wanted some of this Godiva goddess, okay? You wanted some of this. You asked for this. Okay. Mia was like, that's, she backtracked and backpedaled and pussy popped on it. And that's what, What he said, it's all love. Don't go around here lying on me. All right. Robin was late for the party because she was at a bridal shower. Not hers. She's at a bridal shower. She comes in wearing all white because she was feeling her bridal vibe. So who goes to somebody else? Did she show up to the other bridal shower in white? I have a problem. I have a question. Did she come straight from the bridal shower to the event? Or did she go home and change first? Because I think it's kind of disrespectful to show up to somebody's bridal shower wearing white. Next. I'm sorry. I just had to get that out. I think that's disrespectful. Candace gets emotional when she's giving her speech, and she gets emotional talking about Chris. That is so me. That is so me. I always get emotional when I'm talking about my husband because he is so supportive and just, he's my angel. I don't know what I did in another life to deserve him, but let me tell you something. She did it, okay? So that was just so cute. I love that moment. Just like I said, Giselle and Karen talked about what was said at the strip club, and Giselle tries to throw Mia under the bus because she was being held accountable when she does what she does, be messy and lie, throw some little Giselle sugar on it. And was like, did Mia tell you she called you a prostitute? And then she even said it, like, because production played the tape. I love production this season. Y'all are just on. So they always come in with their receipts, play what happened. And basically, Charisse was saying that Karen likes to meet, all right. She's saying her and Karen went out, and then Karen disappeared because she was doing it to a worker in the bathroom, right? And then she says that she lost her license and that Ray has to drive her around. So Ray drives her around and she goes and gets liquored up and does things. So Mia was like, well, is she a prostitute? Y'all trying to say she a prostitute? Yeah, like that was just, thrown out there. She was not calling that lady a prostitute. So Charisse comes over and Karen, Charisse comes over and Karen leaves. So Charisse says in a confessional that, I think I've written this down because I want to get it right. Okay. No, Mia says this. Mia says, nope, I'm skipping. I'm going to come back. Okay. Ashley. Okay, so everybody's like bum rushing Karen at this point. They're like bum rushing her. Ray's standing over in a corner holding her purse, and they're over here like, because they're saying that you're having sex with these guys in the bathroom, and multiple people are saying it, that you met this guy, and he's a bartender, and you had sex with him in the bathroom, and you're getting driven around these places. And Ashley just always acts like it's her business to know things, like she has a right to. At this point, there's pause for cause. For what? Pause? What do you got to pause for? For what cause? Ashley be acting like other people's business affects her. Like what other people eat make her shit. You need to be worrying about who is paying this $13,000 mortgage. You don't even know who is paying your bills, but you worrying about who Karen's screwing in the bathroom. Okay. All right. Charisse comes over and then Karen's like, I'm gone. Her and Ray's walking down the steps and she's like, oh, we're going to get unmiked and talk. That really makes me believe that they do have an arrangement. But at this point, Karen, just come out and say it because it's making Ray look even worse now. He's standing over there holding your purse while you discuss your exploits. Get it out in the open so we can stop talking about it. Because they want to keep talking about it, and that's making it worse. That actually is disrespectful to Ray. Because we got to keep talking about your sexual exploits. Instead of just being like, I'm a grown woman, me and my husband have an understanding about our institution, and we do what we want to do. That's our business. Mind yours. Period. I'm not addressing it. I'm not addressing it anymore. So let's not speak on it anymore. Or I will be sending cease and desist orders to you guys. Keep my name out your mouth. Like, address it and then be done with it. Hell, write a book about it, make some money off of it, and then be done. Next. Yeah, so then Mia does her confessional and says that she has a friend who owns a restaurant, and that I think one of his friends or someone told her, the owner of this restaurant told her that Karen was meeting with, I think it was his friend or someone in the bathroom. So Giselle is still pushing to talk to Chris, and her and Ashley are sitting there because they don't understand why they can't talk to Chris. We're grown. I don't understand why we can't address it. I don't understand. I just feel like it's some things he needs to atone for. Like, Ashley just always wants to push the mess. And she does it with such a smile because she knows she's being messy. And that shit would make me want to punch her in the face. Playing in my face, smiling. This last scene made me so upset because she She was sitting there talking to Candace, and she's like, well, he's right there. Like, why can't I just talk to him? Like, I just don't understand. Just laughing. Like, and even when she's talking to Chris, she's like, some of your actions were questionable. Like, they were questionable. And it was just it was given very antagonistic. And then you're making it seem like this guy has to answer for something he didn't do. You're saying that the way him standing at the bar, he's wrong. I should not have to apologize for how something felt to you, for how you interpreted something. If I'm walking across the street and you get offended, that's your problem. I'd be damned if I'm going to apologize for standing at the bar and you took it because I was too close to it. Girl, move over. He was already standing there. I just don't understand people. You want somebody to make a big deal out of No, because that has nothing to do with me. That's you. Now, if I actually did something to you, like if I came over and actually did like my hand, if he walked over and his hand accidentally rubbed against her, then he could be like, I apologize, my apologies, I didn't mean it. But that man was standing by the bar, and your friend came up and hurt. I should not have to apologize because you delusional. I shouldn't have to keep addressing the fact that I should not have to keep talking about this. And I understand Chris for being upset. Like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. And I could tweet what I want to, because at this point, you could go around and accuse me of things and talk about me the way you please. So I could tweet whatever I want to. You could dish it out, but I can't. No. You're still trying to run with this. You're trying to get a rise out of Candace. You want Candace to explode on you. She was not going to give it to you. Candace was like, I'm done with Ashley. This is it. Like, well, I'm not even going to keep trying. And Ashley's so antagonistic. It would have made me want to punch her in the face. Keep smiling and starting your mess. I don't have time. That pissed me off. Anyway, that was the end of it, really. And then they updated on what's going on, basically. Ashley was dating Luke. Or not anymore. She showed us her house that apparently is $13,000 a month. And then we had Robin's. Did anybody ever, because I was looking, I didn't see it. I'm really nosy. But I didn't see it. Has anyone came across, like, any marriage license? Anyway, she showed their commitment ceremony. Her and Juan. And they were so shady, because they were like making it seem like it was Jamaica. They had this Jamaican music, and then it jumped to the pier, the Chesapeake, and they were like, wah wah. Chesapeake, Maryland. They were shady for that. It was Edgemere. It wasn't Neutral. It was Edgemere. Edgemere, Maryland. Wah wah. They are so shady for that. But it was cute. It was really nice. I liked how it was decorated. They had the 2 chairs for just her parents and then his children. That was, their children. I'm sorry. Her parents, their children. It was really cute. Yeah, it was. It was cringy to watch because it just seemed really fake and phony. And like, why did you waste anybody's time with this wedding? Or commitment ceremony. Commitments. Are we real? Whatever it was, this show, this farce. Anyway. I'm going to let this be it. And then I'll come back and do another video to talk about Watch What Happens Live. But that was the finale. Then we'll have the reunion next week. Yeah, it's supposed to be a 3-part reunion. And it seems like we're going to be talking about stuff that didn't even happen on the show. Like, we're supposed to be talking about why Luke and Ashley are no longer together. We're supposed to be talking about Giselle and her new boo from Winter House. We saw none of this on the show. We don't care. So, yeah. See you guys next week, or maybe sooner. I don't know. I'll probably just be popping up because I don't know what I'm going to be covering. But I want to get into this, so I'm just going to be dishing out videos of different things, in my opinion. I might talk about the Grammys later, too, because I watched that. I was flipping back and forth. I recorded both of them. I had to go back and watch Real Housewives because I was getting... The Grammys was really, really good last night. So, anyway, have a great day, guys. Love you. Mwah. Bye.